My name's Kenley Eaglestone. I am an attorney. I focus on trademark and copyright law. Today I'll be talking to you about some things that are relevant to you as documentarians. Fair use is a defense to copyright infringement. It's an exception that allows you to use original work for limited, transformative purposes. You're going to see it a lot in commentary and criticism, and also in parody. It's important though, like how much you use and what you use of the substantive material. There was this case where a news crew filmed just like 4 or 5 seconds of Evel Knievel's act. But the 4 to 5 seconds that they filmed and choose to air were the 4 to 5 seconds where he was flying through the air and then landed safely. So the court held that was not fair use because it was such a substantive portion of his act that it removed the need for the public to actually go and see it.
Fair use law is very much open to interpretation, and I think that's where filmmakers get kind of nervous about using it unless they have a lawyer who's really backing them up. The fundamentals of the law basically say that if you want to use copyrighted material without paying for it, you need to meet 3 basic requirements. One requirement is that you have to be using the absolute bare minimum amount of that footage that you need to make that point. Another requirement is that you cannot be inhibiting the copyright owner's ability to make money off of this thing that they've created. And then another requirement is that you have to not just be recycling that content as B-roll, you have to be recombining it and recontextualizing it and reimagining it in a way that changes the inherent meaning. And all 3 of those things have to be satisfied for you to be able to make a fair use argument. One of the more interesting things that's come up over and over again is the question of B-roll versus recontextualization. So if I am talking about the JFK assassination and whether or not it was a conspiracy, and I am showing historical footage of that event, or even showing movies that depict the history of what happened in that event, and I'm just saying this is what happened, historically speaking, that's B-roll. And I can't use that and make a fair use argument. I have to license it because I'm not creating new meaning, I'm just using it to illustrate history. However, as soon as I make a piece, which we did, which is really about how the JFK assassination is portrayed in the popular media and some of the commonalities and the common themes and why there have been so many films made about the JFK assassination and how that sort of impacts the belief in conspiracy theories in popular culture, now that's something different. But we have to be really careful in those kind of instances. So making a montage is often a good way to make a fair use argument. By cutting different things from different sources together, you're creating new meaning and you're making something new, and the creativity is your own. But there are limitations to that. For example, we can't use multiple shots from the same source in order. Every single individual shot had to be pulled out, and then all of the assemblage, as we put it, had to be ours. So that was something we had to be really careful with, and we had to document it in, very carefully in spreadsheets, shot by shot, what was the source for each shot, and break down a montage shot by shot to show that we put it together in our own way.